This is D with Divine Needle. And this is the Age of Aquarius, and a special in advanced reading for the energies coming up on Wednesday, January the 20th. I felt a lot of angst, is the best way to put it. Coming in to do this reading, the energy, wow. All right, so what we have is we have the sun moving into Aquarius on the 20th. So it's meeting up with Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and of course the sun, all in Aquarius that day. Then down in Taurus, we have Mars, Uranus, and Black Moon Lilith. Now, Mars and Uranus, the god of war and the rebel, are going to be in complete alignment conjunction with each other. They're both going to be on top of each other, 6 degrees, a conjunction. The 20th and 21st, because on the 21st, the moon, you've got Black Moon Lilith flanking on one side of those two planets, and then you'll have the moon flanking the other side of those two planets, the 20th, 21st. So the energy is going to be, let's put it this way, the tarot readings are showing a tower pretty much for everyone. So we'll get started. So I decided to do this reading in advance. It felt necessary. Yeah, and the energy for Wednesday, January 20th. We want some forewarning about what that day entails. Remember, towers can be good or bad, but no matter what, they change the lives of those that it happens to. And it seems to be planetary-wide tower. And what I'm going to attempt to do with this reading is plug into what that is about precisely. The god of war and the rebel, when they align, and the sun moves in to Aquarius. All right, so I'm going to use this deck to get some sort of theme energy. So can you give us some theme energy for the 20th? Slowing down. Any more theme energy for the 20th? Receptivity. Okay, a slowdown in receptivity. All right. The creator. So creation energy. More energy on 20th, 21st, please. They want that one. Completion. Slowing down receptivity, the creator and completion. One more, please. One more. For 20th, 21st. They gave me more. Okay, what we get? Experiencing and clinging to the past. So I'm going to move these over a little bit so we can get them all in. All right. Just to take note, flowering is on the bottom. So blooming, growing, right? So this is the energy based on these cards for that day. Slowing down, receptivity, the creator, completion, experiencing, clinging to the past. So it's interesting because everything feels like it has sped up a bunch, but evidently when that happens, that alignment of the God of War and the Rebel, we're going to experience a slowing down, perhaps feeling like we're dragging through the mud a bit that day. And a slowing down of the receptivity somehow. Of the energy of the creator. But okay. Slowing down and allowing receptivity of the creator energy. What will bring a completion and closing out, experiencing clinging to the past. So no longer clinging to the past because our receptivity to source energy is going to maximize. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. And then blossoming, flowering. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the energies for that day and then ask additional questions possibly based on what we see, okay? This is for January 20th, 21st, Wednesday and Thursday. Overall energy for those days, please. Overall energy for those days, please. Overall energy for those days. Wednesday, Thursday. Overall energy for that alignment, that conjunction. Uranus and Mars. Overall energy for that conjunction. We just got got that card for Monday's reading. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for that day during or that conjunction? What do we need to be mindful of? Or no, what's our highest priority? What is our highest priority for the conjunction? Highest priority for the conjunction. Big energy. The erudite and the wheel of life. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for during that conjunction of Mars and Uranus? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for that conjunction? Okay. The contender and the malaise. Okay. Underlying the shining flame, lightning and the pry. Why does this card want to be seen? It's thrown at me several times now. Comparisons. Comparison. Comparison. All right, let's go ahead and look at the energy here. Resting after a battle. Speaking of battles, I've got kitties that do a lot of that. So if you hear a lot of fussing in the background, that's what's going on. The wrestling match. This. Yeah. I was hoping they'd be doing this during the reading, but no. All right. Underlying the shining flame, lightning and the pry. That is the Knight of Scepters. All right, the shining flame. All fire. You are now being given divine instruction to alchemize the elemental nature of fire to advance your professional work. Transmuted fire is the driving force that will help you accelerate, hasten, and advance your progress. Crystallization is happening, the creation of something that will soon take defined concrete form. This knight is also a spiritual guide who appears to you to lead you to an awakening. The appearance of this card is a prophecy that awakening is imminent. A spark of creativity will lead you to incredible productivity. The appearance of this card is a prophecy that awakening is imminent. So, is that the day the veil drops? Could be. All right. So, the overall energy during that conjunction, the Vagabond, 5 of Orbs. There goes the tinglies. The Vagabond is the spirit of alienation and feeling alienated. Crowning the holy temple is a lotus blossom that features the 5 petals symbolizing the aggregates of suffering. sensation, consciousness, physical forms, perception, and thought forms. The vagabond appears by your side when you are the wanderer with no sense of home or identity. This is the spirit that comes to you when your spirit is restless and when you are in search of meaning. This is the spirit who will teach you toughness and resilience, but does so by putting you through the gauntlet of material trouble. Veil possibly coming down. See how there's a shadow on this card? Being able to see through the shadows. This card also reminds me of the Lotus Throne. But I have a feeling this is about being able to see through the veil, or the veil dropping. Being able to see things in the shadows people weren't able to see before. Perhaps seeing what I see, or maybe even more. And then we have two major arcana as the highest priority. The Wheel of Life, Key 10, Destiny, Turning, the Sphinx. We've got Mercury, we've got Jupiter. Got Saturn, got the moon. All right. The overall, or the highest priority that day, Major Arcana, Key 10. When Key 10 appears to you, you are at a major turning point in your life. So the planet's going to be experiencing a major turning point. This is a symbol of changing cycles, and even the cycles of our mind, how we change our perspectives based on the evolution of our experiences. This is also our karma and the law of causation. This is the guardian spirit present during a major shift. This is a major shift. I have a funny feeling the veil might drop that day, and people are going to be able to see behind the shadows that day. That is supposed to be the day that Biden is put into office, sworn in, right? But a lot of people are going to see through that. And it's going to change everybody's perception. The veil drops, you see through, and it changes everybody's perception of what's going on. Key 9, highest priority as well. The Erudite, Hermit of the Mysteries. So, a changing destiny. Lux est tenebris. This is the inner light of wisdom and guidance that shines through the darkness. Yeah. The veil drops, I have a feeling. Shines through the darkness. Fear no evil, for the Holy One is with you, the Creator. The Holy One's rod and staff shall comfort you, as so that you always shine but never burn. The veil drops. Shine but never burn. Lucio non Nero. The erudite is the prophecy of a wise teacher. This is someone who has learned and mastered many subjects, and therefore possesses great knowledge, as broad in scope as that knowledge is deep. When the erudite appears to you, here's a second message. Shine with the light of the heavens. Shine for others so that others can see themselves and the world clearer. Light of the life, light the life of humanity. Lux hominem vita. Because you're going to shine so brightly that everything is exposed. You know what's interesting? Four of Swords and then the divine higher genius right under there, the angel. She's also the one that appears right here. What to be mindful of, prepare for a great deal of fighting. Because once everything is shown, the truth, the light of the erudite, the light of the star is in the erudite's lantern. Once that light, the shining, bleeds through and exposes the shadows, wowza, the fighting begins. Because everybody's going to be pissed when they realize what's really going on. The contender, 5 of Scepters. Man, are they going to be PO'd? If they only knew what I knew, they would have already, every government would have fallen already. Or nearly all of them. Especially the West. But trust, the East and others are involved too. All the big major players on the stage are all involved. Trust in that. And do not trust them. The contender, 5 of Scepters. The contender is the spirit of a zero-sum game. This is the spirit appearing before you when you face competition. This is the battle, the contention you fight for domination. This is the spirit who helps you through a rivalry for supremacy. Oh wow, I just heard that song by Muse. Supremacy. There is strife in your world, and the contender is the spirit here to help you navigate it. Yeah, when this veil drops, because something tells me there's going to be a change. Because if people saw what I see, not just in the 3D holodeck, but outside of our light spectrum, visible light spectrum to the human eye, the things that I see, wowza. Yeah, shit's gonna hit the fan. It's the apocalypse, age of Aquarius. Everything that was once hidden in the shadows, the creepy creeps, are going to be exposed. And be mindful of, prepare for the malaise, 9 of Scepters. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is going to be quite the day when Mars, the god of war, and Uranus, the rebel, conjunct. With Black Moon Lilith and the moon flanking either side. Wowza. The malaise is the questioning of purpose and why we suffer. It is a wearing away of vitality and innocence when we've seen too much suffering in this physical world. When the spirit of the malaise appears to you, engage in grand strategies, summon all your power within you and divert it outward now. The 9 of Scepters is the spirit of great strength. This is also the personification of malaise, reflecting back at you so you can see clearly your own feelings of debility or weakening health. This is a spirit of despair, pessimism, and cynicism. Do not reduce yourself to feelings of apathy. I think everybody on the planet, there's lack of compassion and nothing but apathy. People sitting on their butts and just allowing themselves to be ruled by the shadow. Feeling feelings and passions, even when they hurt, are necessary gauntlets to overcome so that wisdom and transcendence might be attained. Note the resilience of the figure in this imagery. The Nine of Scepters is a powerful key against debility, weakening, or despair. The malaise appears to you to remind you of your powerful defensive magic that you are capable of conjuring to protect yourself and to revitalize what has been depleted. Yeah, it feels like a big task. Insurmountable, I heard, to turn everything around. But it's doable. The malaise can be a sign that you need to take better care of shielding yourself. So, that's going to be a hell of a day, the 20th and 21st. One heck of a day. I don't think the reason they wanted this card is not for the words so much. Although this can be a comparison energy, the shadow and the perceivable light. So there could be some comparison energy there, but I think they wanted the number 5 up here again, letting us know change, because 5s are change, big change, because everything's going to be illuminated by the shining flame, lightning, and the pry. All right, so some advanced energy for that particular conjunction, because I thought it was important to get a snapshot of what was going on when those two planets meet up. I'm going to take a couple more cards. See, completion, right? We got the completion here. Let's see if they offer any advice or any extra info on the conjunction of Mars and Uranus on the 20th. The sneaky snakes are going to get exposed. Yep. Bottom of the deck, the Fool card. Brand new beginnings, or quite literally, the fools will be exposed. The ones lurking in the shadows are going to be exposed. Can't make that up. That's going to be a very interesting day. Definitely get your popcorn, because the show is on. No doubt about it. Okay. Enough said, they said. All right. There you go. Now you know what to expect. or at least somewhat. It's going to be entertaining. You can be sure of that. Hang in there, guys. And remember, it is the holodeck, aka the Matrix. And the heart-based souls win. It's written in the stars. Don't forget it.